welcome people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma here, it's the weekend, and as we always know, it's movie review time, and you know that it's coming into, so this is The Fall Guy. So yes, this is the new movie from David Litch, who is famously for producing or directing movies even, like John Wick, Hobbs and Shaw. I look at my list now, Bullet Train. So he's quite versed in the action kind of movie genre. So to give you an overview, if you haven't seen the trailer, you kind of get it. You have Emily Blunt's character Jodie, and you have Ryan Gosling's character Colt Stevens, and basically they were in a relationship. Something happens and causes Colt to kind of go away for a period. He then returns because Jodie has gone from a camera woman to a director of this new movie, Metal Storm. And basically the main lead, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, Colt Stevens, who's the big kind of super, he's gone missing, and basically Colt is brought back to help out on the movie, and then kind of gets tasked by Colt Stevens' agents. Not Colt, it's Tom Ryder, sorry. Aaron Taylor is Tom Ryder. So it's Tom Ryder's agents, and basically played by Hannah Waddington. She plays Gail. So basically she is, and that's the main kind of cast for you, and then it's kind of mission of him coming back, trying to do this movie set, and then trying to do these trying to look for Tom to try and help Jodie out of a movie, and then kind of reconnecting with Jodie on another level. There is one after credit scene I would advise you to stay around for. So and that is basically the movie in a nutshell. So we'll put the movie disclaimer, spoiler warning up, and we shall get into it. So yes, so let's start. So this is essentially a kind of reboot of the 1980s series starring Lee Majors. So anybody who, there might not be people who are old enough to know this, but yes, so he was a stuntman. He was kind of a part-time private eye. He used to drive a truck that was gold and black. So in this, you will notice that obviously the main character is called Colt Stevens, which I believe is a name that the Fall Guy was used by by the actor Lee Majors from that series, and obviously the van is the same. There are a few little nods to him throughout the movie, so I won't give away any of them, but it's there for you to do it. But yes, so we have the movie starting, and obviously Ryan Gosling's character, he's a stuntman. He's quite a good stuntman. He's setting up to do this big falling stunt. Obviously Emily Blunt's character is the camera woman behind it, and obviously the Aaron Taylor character, Tom Ryder, is being a bit of a diva, and basically causing Ryan's character to redo the stunt again, and unfortunately the stunt goes wrong and he breaks his back. He then goes away for a year and a half and kind of secludes and pushes Jodie and everyone else away, and everyone's hurt, blah, 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 but they go on with their journey. And then the kind of story very quickly picks up that Jodie has obviously been promoted to do this film in Australia called Metal Storm. The Metal Storm is kind of her interpretation of her story with Ryan Gosling's character, Colt Stevens. So there is a quite of hostility and stuff towards some of the male characters stuff in this. But anyway, Tom goes disappearing, and the main bloke behind it, so Winston Duke, who you may know from Wakanda movies, he plays Dan. He's kind of the head, but Gail basically intervenes and calls Colt Stevens back out of retirement to help Jodie, and says that, basically convinces him that Jodie wants him, but that's not the case. But yeah, they go on the set, and obviously then things start to get heated and they start to connect, and then obviously Gail's like, we need to find Tom, he's gone missing, and Jodie, for the time being, because of modern technology, basically Colt can do most of the stunts, so she could just put his face over him, so it doesn't really matter for her that Tom isn't around. But obviously Colt wants to get Tom around because obviously he wants Jodie to have a successful movie, and it's about kind of these kind of hijinks that go on, that obviously him getting into bad people that have been involved with Tom, and there's some seedy stuff going on, and then there's his latest stuntman dies and all this stuff, and it's all kind of linked. It is a very solid, good movie. I mean, I loved it from start to finish. I thought it had very good elements. It's very well shot. Obviously, it did give quite a bit away within the trailer, but there is still other stuff. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt did do really well together. All the surrounding actors and actresses really good. I mean, to be honest, the worst one was Aaron Taylor's character. I find a bit annoying, but he's meant to be like that, so I kind of have to give him his dues because his character come off as a little bit annoying or something. Obviously, there are flashbacks to Lee. There are links to Lee Majors' original series and stuff, and to Lee Majors in his other role as the Bionic Man. But I'm not going to give. You have to look out for them. It has a very great soundtrack. The trailer, the trailers. It's one of the few trailers that have given away a little bit more, but with the music and everything, it is very much psychs you up to want to see this movie, which I think is a really good thing. Music doesn't get enough praise when you do a movie and something. The music is part of stuff that makes you feel the emotions and stuff. But yeah, it is a great action movie, a solid movie. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but it is a solid action movie that you enjoy from start to finish. I say all the characters do well. The stunts are really good. I think it has a car that rolls the most times ever, so that it was in the Guinness Book of Records for that. And something like that, and it's very good. So there's a few twists and turns, and I'm kind of going to give it away. I try not to give away stuff, but basically it is Tom Ryder basically kills his stuntman, and Gale is basically setting up Colt Stevens to come back. That is the whole gist of it. And because they scanned in Colt Stevens, Tom Ryder's face and Colt his face, they can kind of swap them, so they kind of set him up. So it's really good that basically Colt Stevens is brought back to help Jodie out in this film, but actually he's there to take the fall for Tom. So he is the fall guy, and I thought that was actually really ingenious that they used that as kind of a little play on words for the title. Because obviously the fall guy, he does fall because he does the stunts, but he also does fall. So yeah, that was very, very clever, and I thought that was very ingenious to say. Ryan Gosling for me could be hit and miss, but I thought he was amazing in this film, and I think he's quoted as saying that Steven Spielberg has seen this and really, really liked it, and that was enough for him. And I must admit, this is a perfect role for him. He suits it so well. Obviously, there's a lot of stunts that go on in here, I think, and hats off to the stunt team. I think they got credits as well, which is very deserved. Again, like music, it's like the stunt team. With the action movies, they're such a big part of it, and they don't get enough recognition. So I'm hoping that this movie, even though it did do really well at the end, there is a montage of when the credits are playing, there's a montage of some of the stunts that happened and the stunt people that were involved. So it's good to see them get a few credits and stuff like this. I know they did. I think for Iron Man 1, there was some stuff with that as well that was released about, the stuntmen and what they go through. And obviously, it's not the safest job in the world because obviously stuntmen, unfortunately, and women do die. But it's good to have this movie out there that could be hopefully a successful hit for them and for David and everyone involved, but also kind of makes aware like what goes into movies and that some other people need recognition. It's not just all the director or one or two of the actors or actresses. But yeah, so I would give this movie a 7.2 out of 10. I think this is a great movie, and I think in a rewatch it will probably go up in my estimation. It basically ticks all the boxes and stuff. The music is good. The trailer music is far better. There's some music choices which were okay within the movie, but the music as a whole is really, really great, but it just doesn't excel to that. And I mean, it's one of those ones of if you aren't aware of Lee Majors or you aren't aware of the Fall Guy series, there's some stuff that wouldn't hit home, and that's why I'm not rating it as good. Like I say, I think on a rewatch, if I did enjoy it, I'd probably put it closer to 8. But that's to be determined. To say I very much will hopefully get a steelbook of that when this comes out. But that has been my review of The Fall Guy. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. Like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.